Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Thursday night, and we are here to finish it off. I don't know what we're finishing off, but we are done with this series, and I think everybody might be in agreement that it might be for the best that they just chopped this one and ended it when they did. We're going to talk about some things tonight, and of course, the ones that we're going to be talking about it with. We got the one, the only Fandom D Saint. What's good, man?
Seriously, Netflix is known to cancel some good shows and just leave it
Mhm.
be. Why couldn't they do it with the Umbrella Academy? No, you prolonged this and gave us one final season. Okay. You gave us episodes. Okay, but can you deliver? You didn't. You should have just canceled it. Just like I said in the chat earlier, Brand of Broken was better than this goddamn season.
Oh, it turned out. I was hoping they were going to turn it around, and they did not. We're going to talk about it. What's up, number 8K, the disappointed? How we doing?
Yes. I'm here, and I am in full agreement. Yeah, they could have just canceled this. I mean, it's a repeat of season 8 of Game of Thrones. Like, why? The ending isn't the problem; it's the whole journey there.
Yeah, the ending was the only way they
Ridiculous.
could end it. I mean, I don't want to take too many victory laps, but holy shit, come on.
Right? Yeah,
I can't get
it made sense to end it like that.
100%.
Totally made sense to end it like that. But the adventure on the way to getting there, trash.
But I don't think I have ever nailed an ending verbatim as perfect as I called this one the way it was going to go out. Holy shit. I was just watching it going, no way. I was impressed. Oh, we're going to talk about some things. What's up, Lottie V? I see you out there. We got Jake Cruz in the house. We got John Haymaker. What's good? Yeah, it's and Lottie, the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be starting back up and every Tuesday. Doing Only Murders in the Building, a series that knows how to do it the right way. So we're going to be back about that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So come join us. I killed myself to get done with this just so we can start on time with that Only Murders on Tuesday. So we're going to knock this out. We're going to find a way to get through it. And we got some things to talk about in this one. Umbrella Academy, Season 4, Episode 6, and end of the beginning. And just the end of the end. Let's be glad. We picked up right where we left off, and Bay could not be happier. And first off, did I read that right? That woman who works the register at King Reg's name is Bay. Are you kidding me? I don't know how I didn't notice that before.
I did not notice that at all.
I was dying. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, Bay couldn't be happier to put out the call and play the song. And I gotta say, that would be a pretty intimidating, scary scene watching all that many people just straight faced walking down the street with such purpose like that. Like that would be a creepy situation.
Even someone who had a kid.
Flash mob.
I gotta rewatch that one. No, I'm not rewatching it. Hopefully, I remember. Did someone had a baby and just left the baby in the middle of the street?
Left the damn baby in the carriage. What? Hold the hell on. What are we doing?
Oh, John, the Only Murders is on Hulu. Oh yeah, I guess that is a Disney thing. But that was absolutely ridiculous. Goddamn ridiculous. Like you said, that lady just straight up left the baby in the buggy and walked off to join the rest of the fanatics and believers. I was like, how did they all know where to go? Like, was this some kind of pre-plan?
Worst flash mob ever.
It was just crazy. But they all end up at the same corner to meet up and with the jeans and get pumped up with a real quick pep rally. And all the while, Ben and Jen are inside just looking rougher and rougher by the second. And then Hargreaves and Victor, this storyline, let's just start here, I guess. What a shit show. What is going on here? They show up. Reggie's just still promising to do it Vic's way. Why? Like, he knows what's at stake. Why would he give Victor a second thought? That made no sense to me, especially when his first brilliant idea is to just go and talk with the jeans, even though Reggie knows this is a complete waste of time. I was like, why? What is going on with these two, AK?
Did he say he was gonna go talk to the jeans?
Yeah,
right. Isn't this where he pulled his MacGyver move?
No, not at
all. Not yet.
It wasn't that part.
No, it was after that.
When he stuck in. Okay.
To try to reason with him, and Reginald's like, "What? That's a complete waste of time." He's like, "No."
Oh yeah.
Every idea Victor had was just awful this episode. I was just like, "What is?"
They're okay, we got 50-something minutes. We gotta
get it.
Jam it in. Yeah.
I do get it. and why they tried to have that is basically this Hargreaves trying to course correct just a little bit because of the trauma inflicted in their universe. Which I get it. There's more things at stake here. So I think there's an argument to be made to where if Victor's plans were tweaked a little bit, they could have worked a lot faster into getting inside the building. But because plot, that's basically it.
This is what they should have done. They should have had Allison aboard and been like, "Yo, Allison, rumor all
Get on
these
the
people to let
loudspeaker
us
real
in."
quick.
She said there's too many of them. She couldn't. That was the whole thing.
That is cap. When their powers
she,
like heightened this season, get out of here, man.
If she really would have tried, I think she could have made it.
All she had to do was like rumor at least one of the genes just to have all of them move out the way.
Yeah, the main gene, the girl gene. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Or rumor both of them. But actually, well, no, see, at that point in time, it would have I think it would have only worked on Gene with the J.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not gonna get.
Yeah, Gene with the G would not have been affected.
You're Annabelle in there. Yeah, I mean, and no, Jake, they're not. I think that was one of the points there, plots that they were trying to get through on
Wrong
this.
for wanting to get. But see, here's the thing, though.
Because they were right, and they should have got their timeline back, and in the end, they did. But
do they have their timeline back? Because
they're dead. But.
Even with them disappearing. With them disappearing, I'm wondering what are the ramifications for everyone that was in that group, because like the kids and Lila's family, they got away, but their getaway makes sense because they were in the time slip train when it all went down. Everyone else, though, I don't know. It's weird.
Even still, how are you going to be completely erased from time, but yet the kids you had are still there? How does that
erased? I guess because that's the function of the subway. That's the only thing, the only conclusion that I could come up with.
That's the function of goofiness.
Not only that, though, when you think about it, in that like actual timeline, don't those people already exist in that timeline? So now we got that actual one true timeline. Then you have the family that was from the bad timeline now in there. So it's almost like two sets of people, minus the kids.
Yeah, the purge backwards. I mean, they're getting extra people in the same thing. It's insane. But yeah, back to that Victor story. Like the Victor story timeline is just like a complete waste of time and beyond ridiculous. I mean, like, weren't you just writhing in pain from being shot like just seconds ago? Now, I guess all that pain just went away like lickety split. We're just not even going to talk about that anymore. Guess getting shot ain't what it used to be.
There is also what I can't say is I get that he was trying to look out for his brother, but you need to remember, Victor, again, just like this isn't your Hargreaves, this also isn't your Ben. And this Ben has been a dick the whole time to everyone. Yeah. So why are you trying to protect him in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah. And this much. I mean, we're talking end of the world times. Not
exactly. End of the world and you're stalling.
End of the world times. And we're like, I think I might be able to save him. Like, no way Hargreaves ever hesitates. I mean, he just takes the shot. This is ridiculous.
This Hargreaves that they're trying to force feed us.
This Hargreaves is trying to overcompensate.
Unbelievable. Yeah, this whole.
It's like the moment he got his wife back, he became less hardened.
Yeah, a little bit. She got some second life, which I mean that's a good thing. But yeah, this whole series was trying to overcompensate this season and did not work. The one duo actually keeping it real and reminding us of what this story is supposed to be are just hanging out on the corner, feeling all good to be back at it again. But what is it with Luther not wearing any pants this season? Like just all out there on the street, hanging out in his silver thong and hairy last legs, all willy-nilly everywhere. Like, can we get some pants on for this man?
And they did, and then the family member was like pissed off. He's like, "Oh, his hairy legs."
He put them hairy ass legs in my pants. Oh, my girl said, "Shut up. We ain't looking at these legs. He's putting your pants on."
I mean, but see, how I would have been upset too, because one, hello, those are my things. Two, look at this gigantic freaking half a man ape over here. Look, he's taller than that man and a hell of a lot hairier. He's probably shedding all over the house on the way to the damn closet.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Luther. Get some nair or something if you don't want to shave.
Well, at least Diego finally gets it and realizes what's most important in his life. He's ready to make things right with his lady. Problem is, she never came home. So Victor out there is still thinking that he'll be able to like talk some sense into the genes. I was like, come on. And again, Reggie even said, I don't see why we don't just shoot every last one of them. Yes, efficient. Why not do that and be done with it? Why aren't we doing that? Like, you just said it. Why aren't we doing that? Their storyline killed me. I was dying. The whole time we have Ben inside turning into the human fly, just looking more disgusting by the second. And of course, the talks were shit and went nowhere, but Jean doesn't like the way that Jean's been acting. So she calls him out, and then she went too far and found out real quick. While talking loud and trying to put Jean in his place, she overstepped the line and about got sliced in half for her mouth. Like, she knew it wasn't her Jean, but didn't. She died before getting the truth out. That was just, I don't know, that was a little out of left field. I didn't expect that one.
I mean, for getting the truth out, she was practically yelling.
Yeah, right. And I think that's what pushed Grace to do that. She's like, okay, you know what? I'm impatient. I've been working for millennia trying to get this fucking timeline fixed. And it would have worked if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
She's just getting it. Like, hey, we're all.
So yeah, she wasn't trying to make any more mistakes or keep any more loose ends. Now you got to go.
The followers are all upset because it was Jean who started this cult, and she just got chopped down right before their eyes. They're like, ooh, they didn't know how they felt about that. That was kind of funny. Like, I was kind of hoping they'd all turn on him, but no, he called them all in and settled them.
Yeah, why haven't we been? We've been saying like Grace the entire like season. Her name is Abigail.
Yeah, it's Abigail. It's not even Grace. We're going by the mom made the
why? Yeah, why did he name it Grace? Wasn't that robot meant to be a substitute?
Yeah, but it was
in their timeline
off his first girlfriend, not his wife.
Ah, okay.
Which is what I switched that up early and kept calling her Grace this whole time. But Five and Lila finally make it home, and how crazy a feeling would that be, knowing that you've been away for 7 years, but to everybody else it's only been like a few hours? Like, that is a mind trip just waiting to come. I don't know. How do you deal with that? Like she said, she's freaking out. And Five's like, dude, to them, it's only been a couple hours. But still, you've been gone for years and done some things.
Years.
How do you walk in that house? That is an uncomfortable situation.
A few hours and like their hair's longer. They actually look visibly a little skinnier because, you know, the resources were not in abundance.
A little more gaunt.
So, yeah.
Strawberries can do so much.
What?
Yeah, you're right.
What can do so much?
Strawberries.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. One man cannot live on strawberries alone. I do have to give a little up to Lila, though. She didn't try to hide or lie about anything. She came clean right away. But
after Five said something before that, she was like, contend like, I ain't gonna say a damn thing.
Oh, she was trying to just kind of get around and see. I think she was thinking like, how are we going to do this? What am I going to do? I mean, you know, her mind was just mush. And
I think I mean, of all the things that we could say Lila did, at her core, when it comes to things she actually cares about, she's not a liar.
No.
So, no, I think she absolutely would have told him because that is something to be coming on. But in all fairness, she did say when he got plugged up to the Matrix again, I think we need a break. It was only a few hours for Diego, but yeah, she got a 7-year break. Still randomly weird, but she's again always real with her shit. So I'm not side-eyeing her. Five, however, though, bruh, she told you what the deal was. And how is it that you were not thinking on her level? This was just what it was while we were here. You've had this shit for 5 months. I got my babies. I'm gone. Immediately, she rolled out. And then he's still sulking when they get back. Come on, dude.
He was being out of control. It's like, you know, this woman has a family. Like, what are you
doing?
What are you doing? I mean, be happy you got what you got when you got. Like, this is above and beyond ridiculous. What are you doing? Why did Lila hug Allison so hard for so long? Did these two form some special bond at some point that I was unaware of?
Yeah, in episode 1.
Remember, she's one that.
Or actually, not just episode 1, but this is. I think we actually talked about this when we did episode 1 because remember how close she seemed to be to what's the oldest daughter's name?
Claire.
Claire, yeah. So I think they probably did spend a lot of time together. on and off, maybe away. I know she doesn't go to like the family functions, but obviously those cousins, they still know each other. They're still pretty close, so they have to communicate at least somewhat regularly.
And compared to like everyone else during the reset, like she got her parents back. It's not like she lost like her child or anything. So she really had like no harbor that many like ill will towards Allison compared to everyone else.
Exactly.
Someone's wife. I hate.
Hey,
when they
Chantal.
front of me. Hey Chantal, what's up? Oh yeah.
When I'm sleeping with someone's wife, I hate it when they make out. I mean, bruh, like 5. You and first of all, again, you had no fucking right to be trying to pull this bullshit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he had no right.
Be real with your shit. Come on now.
And this is your brother and his wife. Come on, in their home. Like, are you?
I'm saying.
Mhm.
That is so scandalous. Also, is there a point to like the Victor storyline that I should be aware of? Because like to me, everything he's doing is so ridiculous. It's like, again, he's just here getting a paycheck. Like they just had to write him in and like there's this character, so let's have him do something.
Which
Like,
is wild because so much of his story was at the core of all the previous seasons.
at the beginning, it was about,
and they totally just they botched the whole operation.
oh my god, your every idea has been worse than the last. And like after you fail multiple times, you try to put it back on Hargreaves. Like Gene was right. You do always think you know what's best. Motherfucker, you just failed 3 times in a row. Yeah, it's my turn. Like you obviously can't handle this. What the whole Victor thing was driving me crazy. Vic pulls the I saved your life back there on the road. You owe me the chance to talk to Ben. I'd have said, I just gave you 2 chances. You blew them both. Piss off, you little shit. I'm gonna take the shot when I have it. Like, take those shots, officer. I'm not listening to this little guy anymore. I was getting irritated. Like,
I can see with this season with Victor, it's like, okay, this is like Victor's chance to be in a team like kind of like with Hargreaves, since like they didn't get a chance at when they were kids, but it would have been better if like the whole team was there and not just Victor and Hargreaves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was saying. It's just like what they did in freaking Secret Wars. You know, you can't have Gravix having all this heartfelt bullshit, teenager mad at his parents monologue, and that's not even the real Fury that he's talking to. Hey, you know, Victor, this is not your Hargreaves. This isn't your dad. So he didn't do any of that shit that you were saying. Yeah, you got it off your chest, but does that really matter?
Yeah, exactly. Not at all. You're right. Absolutely, Chantel. They just gave up and said, let's just get through this and
and that's so sad because they really had all potential of ending this so well. There were so many good building blocks that they set up and they botched it. It's very disappointing.
Absolutely ridiculous. You obviously know him. Just, oh, then the dumbest move ever comes up with a brilliant plan.
Wait, hold on. Real quick, I'm sorry, just because I just caught what was it Jake that said that was on the screen just now?
What's that?
Where'd the comment go? Yeah, that they established that Abigail wears the pants. Allison didn't actually say pants. She said monocle.
Yeah.
Random tiny tidbit.
Yeah, but she was, I think they were just trying to show like she was upset, and that was where the whole yelling at him with Gene. But it's just like they're just trying to fit in something to like to
how was Gene the only one that noticed that? I feel like Hargreaves immediately should have caught on to what was going on.
Yeah, this is certainly the dumbest Hargreaves out of all the timelines. Like he is not 3 steps into the game.
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah, then he wants to. Victor comes up with a move of using a brilliant plan of using a Sharpie and a tire iron to fit in with the crowd to get through it. I'm like, how? They just all saw you with Hargreaves out in the middle of the road. Now you're just gonna waltz in all undetected, like.
Well, that's why she. Sorry, damn it, I keep slipping on that. That's why he went around to the side that was closest to the alley. I don't think because they were down. Centered at that corner, but there were people down both of those blocks, so he could have easily went up and did what he did.
Like we're in here in the back, like they did drop that line, but it just
so they hadn't seen him before.
Yeah,
he was very sus looking though. I feel like if you really were going to get your Spider-Man on, bro, your powers are ridiculous off the chain. Why didn't you just do a super jump?
Oh, everything was off. When that doesn't work, he has to go inside to use the bathroom. Like, what? No, you can't go inside. So he's all, oh, okay, I'll just go use the alley. Yeah, not suspicious of sounding at all. Like,
Not
yeah,
at all.
they're gonna let this go. I'm just like, what is going on?
It's He-Man walking around the corner with a tan and a different set of boxer briefs, and that's the disguise.
I'm the same way, Lottie. Once I started, just the OCD kicks in. I have to finish it. It's brutal. It is brutal.
Did you finish The Flash yet?
No. Yeah, exactly. That's when I did kind of like go. I do
extenuating circumstances.
Got the last 5 episodes. They already deleted the first 5, but the last 5 are still on there on that DVR. Unbelievable. Oh, the alley was already open. Why go talk to them? Exactly. Well, I mean, what is the point of any of this? I mean, what is the point of the whole Victor
Why?
story?
Yeah. Why didn't he just like run down a block? It'll take you a little bit longer, but get behind him and then just slip in.
So I mean,
you didn't need the freaking MacGyver. Give me a rubber band, 2 paper clips, and an envelope. That's not what we needed to do.
No, the whole thing was ridiculous. Absolutely. Yep, you nailed it, John, right there. Finally, after turning a man's head to mush, he was able to make his way in to see Ben, who is not in great shape. And Vic says he's here to help. And Ben snaps back, I don't need your help. My guy, have you taken a look in the mirror lately? You need some help.
You know what? That's why when you said The Fly, that is the perfect freaking comparison, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember that movie correctly, when the chick told him like, yo, have you looked at yourself, bro? You need help. And he was like, no, I'm not bad. I'm getting better. What the fuck do you mean? Your skin just fell off, bro. Over here looking worse than freaking Viserys with half his face gone. Come on.
So wrong. He and Jen are almost completely transformed and looking straight gruesome. I was like,
the Blob.
I would say yes.
I will
need some help.
It did foreshadow.
I will give them 5 cool points on that, though. That's why they talked about the Blob so much.
Yeah, it was tight. Diego notices the bracelet on Lila's wrist and noting that she hates bracelets. And this is the catalyst that brings out the 5 and Lila's affair. And the fact that the whole family was there to hear all the dirty deeds was priceless. Like, Allison's like, should we go? Klaus is like, with the popcorn.
Klaus was like, what the fuck you mean go, bitch? He was like, no, this is the fucking tea right here. What?
Him and Luther in unison.
I've
like,
been in a grave for half a day and I was being sex trafficked the week before. No, you gonna let me sit here and eat my popcorn and watch this fucking train wreck of a reality show.
We're gonna watch this show. We're gonna see this one through. Oh, how perfect was that when Diego asked 5 if he screwed his wife and the daughter had to break down the right way how to spell screw.
And when it dropped, everybody was like, oh, well, not everybody, not Lala's family, but Allison, Klaus, and who else was on the couch? It was somebody else. Was it Luther?
Yeah,
I think it was Luther. All 3 of them were like, oh shit, we didn't see that one coming. Like they were literally at the movies.
That was fantastic. I was like, this all right. Little
they get points for that scene. They get points for that one.
Like I said, them, the whole Luther and Diego is the only thing that kept the show on the rails at all for me this season. Like, because they were just quirky and screwy enough. But that is just the ultimate, oh, hell no. But after hearing that your wife has been away and on the run for the last 7 years, like, does that in any way, shape, or form take away the rage of knowing she cheated on you, fandom?
Hell no, to the no.
Hell
Let's do us
the
part.
no.
Get out of here. We're into the break though, but I don't think they like officially agree with the whole break.
Okay, now
or no?
Lila put in her notice that think about how Lila's brain works. Nah, she put in her notice, and then it just so happened that the situation was set up that she could follow through on that. Again, I do recognize it was wrong. I'm not diminishing what Diego's feeling, but Diego, you had to have seen this shit coming. Like, you literally talked about it before. You saw the shit coming and you were still fucking up even though you saw that. So she's been gone again, years for her, only a few hours for you. However, shit is gonna happen in that amount of time with 2 people that's on a lonely ass world together. Sadly.
Sure. And then Diego asked her if she loved 5, and lucky for her that the daughter piped up right then, saving her from having. Ooh, they're very clearly.
I think they left it very clear that yes, there was love on both sides there. However, the trump card, my kids, bitch,
I got a family.
What they if I didn't have if she didn't have those kids, she probably would have stayed there with 5.
Most
But
definitely.
she has kids and she feels for her babies. I mean, remember how she grew up when she lost her parents? Nah, she's absolutely never gonna leave her babies purposely.
Speaking of purposely, back in the why are these scenes happening? Victor is still out there trying to help Ben, but methinks we're way past that. Like Ben tells Vic he's scared and he doesn't want to go home. Then where or what did he want to do? Because it can't be turning into this thing. So what did Ben really want?
I mean, he wasn't like in his right mind because of the whole cleanse thing. It seems like he wanted to go, but something just Durango effect, whatever, chain reaction was keep pulling him back in.
I think that that's actually a good way. It's kind of like a very bad rendition of the symbiote in Venom, if that makes sense. You know, it has its own autonomy, and you can tell those times where he's talking and he's very off. His tone is very gruff and harsh and aggressive, and then he flips back like, okay, I don't understand exactly what the fuck's happening to me. Well, you're turning into the Blob, sir, and you're about to have a Blob merger with you and your girlfriend. Sorry, I know you want to go home, but that's not possible. Home ain't even really home.
Yeah, what is home at this point? Like, who are you? Your family's gone. This isn't even your timeline, your family. Like, he has been out of whack. I get that, but oh my god, why did Ben slap the shit out of Vic just because the phone rang? What was that about, Phantom?
Because the person on that line was Hargreaves, and Hargreaves wanted to kill him.
He wouldn't have any way of knowing that was Hargreaves. I think that was just the Durango.
He said it was him.
Did he say?
Yeah, Victor said that. He's like, that's Hargreaves. He wants to kill you. I don't want that to happen. Just was some horrible acting. And I was just like, what's happening here?
I'm gonna still say I think that was just the Durango, and it made him just lash out real quick.
So how did Diego drive everybody to the cleanse just fine, but once he got there, somehow loses all control of the van, and suddenly the brakes don't work? He tries to back up, it speeds forward. Like, what is happening with these lazy ass riders? I mean, come on. What? How?
Like,
why?
If y'all wanted damn Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine, just put that in. Pay your little fine for the rights to use that and put it in. Make it look junky. These hijinks are ridiculous.
I mean, it was just,
and then the baby shark comes back. Like John just said, like, come the fuck on, man. Be fucking for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and just constantly having the baby shark song come on isn't funny, quirky, or cute. It's just fucking dumb and dumb. Like, also, I mean, also dumb. Allison pulls the brakes to stop the van right in front of the 200 people with guns. Like, this whole scene was so aggravatingly ignorant, dumb, and a waste of time. I could not believe these people. Like, you went on strike for a raise? Are you kidding me? What are we paying you for?
And didn't they just actually get the damn van out the shop?
Yeah.
But they skimped on
so
that would make it do all the stupid ass things that it did. I was like, man.
I guess. I mean, we're using this as the Batmobile to go save the world, but yeah, let's be lazy as fuck in putting all the pieces of the engine back together correctly.
Oh my god.
Idiota.
Everybody be there. Yeah, I mean, just let's pull the brakes right in front of the 200 guns. Let's do that right in front. They can fire
the steering wheel was still moving. Let that shit keep careening, turn around the corner, and boom, hey, everybody's at the alley. Everybody can go inside at one time.
Or just punch it through.
Solved.
Just keep driving right by. You don't even have to. Why stop right in front of it? Like,
exactly.
Then the whole your family needs you, I need you. I said it about the same time Diego did. Really? Like, man, this is hard. This is getting painful at this point. But it actually works, and 5 blinks him into the store, only to have Victor scream out, "Don't touch him!" I was like, motherfucker, why nobody going anywhere near that creepy ass glowing hemorrhoid? Like, why are you yelling? Like, the Victor scenes just were killing me. Absolutely killing me. Like, he's just instantly screaming at people, "Don't touch him!" I'm like, dude, nobody going near him. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Reggie finally gives the okay, but to take out the shot, and the sniper puts Ben down. But if I'm that sniper and I saw that thing Jen had turned into walking towards him, there's about to be a second shot fired off. I'm not just.
I also wouldn't have waited for the order.
Yeah, right. I know this is some end of world times. Yeah, you about to get
Right, I know what's on the agenda. I am the special Black Ops expert. I'm the sniper on the roof. Done. 2 seconds.
I knew the assignment. He got to go. But nay, they leave her alive to merge with Ben, and the full-on cleanse begins to commence. And hey, it's never too late to throw in some extra in just for the because why not? Like, so I guess now Claus can fly. No idea why or how, but hey, writer said fuck it. So now he can fly. Why not? Like, let's just add
I mean,
in.
they kind of foreshadowed, I guess, when he was like levitating.
When
And
when he was levitating in the alley, yeah.
So
Slight foreshadowing, but
maybe.
still, they could have given us
before.
2 extra episodes to cover all this shit.
But
And
when
then
we
we
saw
wouldn't
him
be
float
mad.
before, it was like always with an assistance of a ghost. And
It was with the
we didn't
assistance of
see.
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but I just thought that was another ghost because he was back. He got his powers back and he was communicating with ghosts. So I thought this whole time that was other ghosts holding him up. Like,
I think that's what I thought at first too, but they would have shown us that. Anytime any ghostly activities were going on with him, they always showed us whatever spirit might be next to him, especially when it was Ben.
Not when he came in that house to go rip off Allison and Claire Bear, and he's like, "Stay outside." Like, who's with you right now? Why are we ever going to answer that? Who you communicating with already? You just got these powers back. What kind of ghosts you talking to? There are so many unanswered questions. Like, that is the smallest. But like, I'm just, come on, man. Can you answer something? Take me.
I'm gonna go peruse AO3 over the weekend, and I'm very certain there's some talented fan fiction writers on there that will finish the story correctly.
Oh, man, I tell you. Then because there's not enough to worry about now. It now seems like as good a time as any to go ahead and start a fight with 5. Like, do the two of you not just see that big thing like wreaking havoc on the surroundings? You're gonna pick now to do this fight?
I was so fucking frustrated with that. Like, this is the problem with you assholes. Real shit is going on. This is D-Day. The world is literally in the beginning of ending, and y'all are fighting over some pussy.
Beyond ridiculous. Absolutely above and beyond. Like,
absurd.
At least we yes, exactly. We're going into some good stuff.
We're gonna get some Only Murders cleansing, and it's gonna be glorious.
Absolutely. Lila finally goes and breaks them up and says it's over 5, and he knew exactly what that really meant. So he blinked out to a different spot, and she's like, "Oh no! Why'd she say oh no right then, fandom? What was she worried about?"
Wait, what scene was this?
Right when
right after the fight.
And she stopped him. She broke him up, and she's like, "It's over 5," and she made it sound like the fight's over right now, but she said it's over 5 and kind of looked at him, and he knew what that really meant. So he blinked out, and she's like, "Oh no! Why did she care? What was she saying oh no about?"
Hey, just the whole like relationship with them. Like, she meant like both, but then just realizing like, oh shit, kind of want to take that back because it's not really over. Because again, like, we already got that answer in that one scene, like before Claire interrupted them. Like, does she like love him? And within that moment when she said that, she's like, kind of regret saying it.
So you think that's what it was?
That's what you think it was?
Wow, yeah. That's a spin. How about
that's a wild take to me, because I think she just said that because, as usual, this has to be all hands on deck. The plan is not going to work successfully if everyone is not in here. So that is what I think she was explaining over.
Yeah,
because I still definitely think there was love on both sides there, but she shouldn't have had to tell you again. 5. She told you before y'all even had left and got back to the station and then came back to the group. The shit is over. You sulking like you're fucking Bella Swan in Twilight, crying about some bullshit because freaking Cedric Diggory had to go run off into the woods. This ain't it, bro. Stop being a dumbass.
Yeah, I think that's it. Jake's right there too. Like, we're gonna need you. You can't leave now. I mean, this thing we're dealing with. Where are you going?
At the end of the world, you want to go throw a fucking temper tantrum because a married woman that you know damn well she was not ever going to leave her kids for you told you no for like the 3rd time.
All hands on deck. Get your ass back here. Speaking of a different spot, didn't Allison like roll away when that concrete was falling from the ceiling? How did all of a sudden she end up buried in it?
I think she tried to roll away, but I think it's still. I don't think she was fast enough.
I mean, it was like a perfect mound on top of her. Like it was like she would have had to lay there and it fell straight down on her for the she rolled out of the way at least a little bit, but somehow she was still, I don't know.
I'm
That's
so pissed off that she was like literally about to go and rumor him, and then she's like saw Ben's face and was like, "Oh, but it's Ben." When you had like really no like actual relationship with freaking
Again,
Sparrow Ben, that's not your Ben.
again. That's not your Ben. That's the Ben that again has been a fucking dick this
and
whole time. Why do y'all care that much about him?
he's about to end the world. So, you know, maybe to go ahead and take a shot this time.
Exactly. Take the fucking shot. What do you mean? Yes, okay, she saw Ben's face. Great. You know what would have been a really good thing to do right there, Allison? I heard a rumor that you busted your fucking head open and you took that bitch with you. Timeline's fixed. But nah.
Yeah, just get it done. Absolutely.
That would have been too good.
Too easy, too simplified. As the monster grows, everyone flees for safety. Everyone but Reggie, that is. He's agreed to accept his fate as it comes. And when he takes a seat on a nearby bench, he's joined by his wife, Abigail. And like, well, at first he thought it was Jean, but then she reveals that it is indeed his wife. And they have a nice little talk, and he realizes, you're right, I'm wrong. Let's just sit here and die together. She said dying was her penance. So what? She like, now that you're supposed to die, everybody needs to die. Like she said, dying was her penance. Why try so hard to take everybody with her?
I understand that. One, she was creating the merry-go with a purpose. Then it was an accident the Durango came to be. So like, I don't know why you're blaming yourself.
But she told it, and she even said, like, you want me to come back, like, what, you know, wasn't taking our world out enough. So why are you going to take this world out? Like, why are you so hell bent
Exactly.
on taking out every
Need
time?
to explain more on like how was their world destroyed? Because again, like when we see like that glimpse,
I think
it
they
just
did.
seems like people are just leaving. You don't see like their world like about to explode and fire or anything. You just see them just leaving. Like they really should
Didn't they
explain more of
show?
it.
Didn't they show him in like a real quick flashback while she was
Yeah, but
talking? I thought they showed that like their world
their
was
world
totally
wasn't
destroyed.
No, it
And it was
wasn't. Like
because
you
of
see it, and it wasn't destroyed. You just see like ships leaving, but you don't see like destroying or anything. You don't see no Durango freaking monster cleanse thing like roaming around. So it's like if they were gonna do that,
well,
like they should have like put that in there or a
it
scene
may have
showing the cleanse.
manifested.
So,
It may have manifested differently for them, but either way, we already knew that it was a world killer. That's why he
Because the moment
came
she
to
heard the
Earth. He had
voice
to find someplace else.
the moment we heard the monster like scream, she's like, "Oh, it's starting." So it's like it had to happen like similar.
Some is somewhat similar, but we don't know how similar. Though.
And that's what I'm saying. They should have showed her.
let us know.
We did. I don't think for how they rolled this whole season, I don't think that they needed to because it was already implied their world was destroyed because of some bullshit shenanigans with her, and Hargreaves fucked up the damn timelines trying to bring her back by creating this situation with these kids with the marigold. So, and like she said, this wasn't you trying to save me. No, this was your hubris because you couldn't take accepting what the fate of me and us by extension was. You had to go and prove it and try to prove it wrong because, like she said, you always know everything. You always know best. And here you just fucked up like 1,001 freaking timelines and created a whole bunch of alternate realities. And I will say again, I agree that this Hargreaves is the worst Hargreaves in the bunch because he didn't even try to get some superhero kids that could help combat in his reality. He had a freaking adoption agency or a foster home that clearly didn't work out because it was left in ruins while everything else that he owns is all shiny and brand spanking new looking in the whole town. So yeah.
All he had to do was kill Jennifer. That was it.
Game over.
This would have happened
easily.
Unless,
why
again,
would
he would have? But then the way how he was talking to Abigail, saying that in some shape or form, like the Durango probably would have came back regardless. So who knows?
Maybe, but why even take the chance here? Those kids, the Umbrella Academy, the Sparrows, the Phoenix crew, none of them existed in this timeline because all he ran was a foster home for some regular ass boys. That's it. You had this girl sitting in that freaking warehouse. It almost looked like that damn warehouse from Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull that had like all of the top secret alien Area 51 type shit in that movie. You had her in a box like that. Why didn't you just go in there yourself? You could have easily stealth through there, through past security, gone in there, planted your bomb, or maybe opened up the container and then just shot her in the head. And you didn't even have to have these kids here. What the fuck are we doing?
Oh yeah, they didn't. Even though I called it verbatim how they wrapped it up, yeah, they just gone, and yeah, we're about done with this one. But once she reveals herself to Reggie, he finally figures out he's been in the wrong, and once he did, I do have to admit he owned it and went out like a G. He's like, well, I guess I was wrong. Let me just sit here and take mine. I was like, all right, he did go out like one. I'll give him that. Five rides the train to nowhere, but ends up somewhere, and somewhere loaded with fives that had given up and decided to retire in this particular timeline. He hears that it was he and the siblings that shattered the timeline, and somehow this five knows exactly what to do, how to finally fix it.
And here's where this is one of those few spots where I will give them some very cool points for putting this together the way that they did, because this was very reminiscent of the Council of Reeds. Is that what they called it? Council? Yeah. So yeah, the Council of Reeds from Fantastic Four comics, because Reed is that motherfucker. So of course, when it comes to solving all these space age interdimensional problems, he has a whole ass basically kind of like what they did with Kang. He has like all of hymns from the realities brainstorming on how to fix shit for each other. And I like that they put that touch on it.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So then Five returns home to tell the siblings what he's figured out. And of course, they do not like what they're hearing, but know in the end that he's right. And actually all agree to do the right thing. That is all but Lila. She's like, nope, I'm good. I'm out. I got kids. I'm going to see you later. What I don't get is how they will all, like I was saying earlier, how they all going to cease to exist, but somehow their families get to live on. Like if they're erased from history and they're never going to be around to create these families, I don't understand how that works.
Because they were outside of time. When they're in that railway station, just like the whole Council of Fives,
right?
They're not affected by time really, because you look at all of the Fives, they're all in different random stages of when they decided, okay, you know what? Fuck it. The shit's going to end. I'm not doing that here. I'm going to chill in the subway and just fucking hang out. And that's what they've been doing. All the times that the world has ended, these Fives have still existed separately from everything else.
Yeah, but he said it'll be worse than us dying. We will be erased from history as if we never existed.
Never existed. Unless you are in that station. And like exactly what Jake is saying right there. Time is time is not linear. And I don't know who Jeremy whatever is, but I'm basing it on the Doctor Who series, because this is how he explained it. There are certain like little pocket spaces where all of those things are outside of time. So if you take yourself outside of the time loop, kind of like where Kang was in Loki season 1 at the end, none of that stuff is really going to affect you personally. That's why the idea was to get them into the train station, get them on the train. Shit blows up, they'll be fine, and they'll be able to pop back into reality, not have any memory of any of this shit, and then they can still exist and go along their way. It makes sense to me, but I'm used to time travel.
I get it, but that just seems like the ultimate cheat code. If somebody never existed, they couldn't create it.
It is the cheat code. That's exactly what it is.
And speaking of nuts, Lila acts like she's going to bounce and go with the family, but in the end, she decides to do the right thing, and she gets them all off to safety and then heads back to finish the cleanse. And I do have to say, like I said, it felt pretty good to pretty much call this entire ending pretty much verbatim how it went.
Verbatim.
Damn near verbatim. Holes in your tongue when I was talking last episode.
But why do you think I said, like, go back and watch that stream? I think I said it like 10 times. I can neither confirm nor deny the validity of that statement.
It just made
I was just waiting for y'all to watch and jump into our private chat and tell me about it later.
Yeah, that just 100% made the most sense to me. Like, if you're gonna, like, that's the only way to give enough closure to actually be satisfied.
Right? No, and it was a good ending. My problem is the shit that they did to get there.
Leading up, yeah, exactly. I knew it was too late, but I was still holding out hope that like the Benifer monster, like when he ripped off the roof of the academy, sick Pogo was gonna fly out in that ship and take off flying. Like, can I get just one little scene of Pogo doing something? Like, man,
If only Pogo deserved to still exist. Y'all should have sent him to the damn train station too.
and that is bullshit because they did show us. They must have been showing like a past last season or whatever, but they did show that scene of 5 talking with Pogo in the season 4 trailer, and then we got none of that. So they just clipped all that, I guess, with the original.
There was one scene we saw him in, but I don't remember what the scene was.
The only scene we saw him was his head flying the plane. He was a little chauffeur pilot.
Yeah. That's right. That's it.
That was it. I was like, I need my Pogo. Can we get the monkey back? So all in all, as I said, when I like talk this ending through basically verbatim, I feel like this was a solid way to wrap it all up and actually like let the cleanse take them, because every time they live or get to another timeline, they just ruin it. So they let the monster take them, and it wipes out all the other wonky timelines and make it sit as if they've never existed. And then it pans to kids and families frolicking in the park on a nice sunny day. And as it gets closer to the people, we see that they're actually all ex-cast members from different seasons. That was kind of cool. I did like that. Like
I got a little bit of beef. I got a little bit of beef.
It warmed my heart when I saw Hazel and Agnes walking together.
Oh yeah, that's not the beef I'm talking about. That was fucking phenomenal. I am so glad that they kept that in, because yes, Hazel, y'all go on and do that, please and thank you.
Most characters got their happy ending, but what beef did you have with that part?
That last final shot of the scene.
Oh,
the fucking flowers at the base of the tree with the damn marigold being shaken off into the wind. Is this bullshit going to start all over again? Because what the fuck? I thought we got rid of the marigold.
I think that was just their grave, and that was they get to sit on a park and watch people flock and have a good time for their good deed and sacrificing themselves for the world. That's kind of how I take it.
Or the wind keeps blowing the little marigold that trickled off, and it goes right straight to their kids when they were trying to save them. And here we go again.
I was just like, and for a mid-credit scene, we see 8 marigold flowers pop up and bloom under a tree. Neat, I guess. Like, well, what do we think of this finale and the series as a whole, fandom? Oh my goodness. Oh, he brought back down. How about you?
Zero? Is that what we think?
He had to bid the private chat.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. What did I give the episodes collectively last night? I think it was like for this episode, I'm gonna say a 4.75. I'll be a little bit generous. Season overall, I am going to judge them a little bit separately. 1, 2, and 3. I give them a strong 9.5, solid 9.5 collectively. But for this one, it's like a 4.2.
Yeah, this one.
And again, I liked the ending. It was fitting, but the journey there was some bullshit.
Yeah, you're right, Jake. Ben killed them all by spiking their drinks, but all in all, in the end, that's what had to happen. He said 2 snaps down.
Right? Is that see? Thank you, John. You read my fucking mind, because I was just about to say that.
I'm kind of right there, Chantel. Let's just give it a solid 5 right across. I mean, I love this. I loved this series right up until this. I was like, and I held out hope for so long, but man, 100%. It did feel good to kill that. I mean, we crushed the ending and what was going to happen, how it was going to happen, and how it was going to end. Like, I don't think I've ever came that clean on nailing it. Like, that was
right. Yeah, I think beat for beat, we've called everything for this season.
Oh man, all bad, not worth a number. He said we're in negatives with this one. It was horrible. Oh, that's why we're not even going to dip too deep into the trivia. I just put down 3 little ones. I was so tired.
I didn't write shit down for trivia.
Yeah, I only made 3 little questions. Yeah, I've been in a Costco line all night. We stayed up all night and went down to a new Costco opening. So yeah, I can't even believe that I actually got this thing written. But I really wanted to be done with this so we could get on to brighter things and start the Murders in the Building next Tuesday and a clean new week.
Yes.
So that was it. Absolutely hated it for sure. Great first season, good second season. Okay, third, terrible fourth. That kind of breaks it down. I didn't mind the second and the third.
That kind of tracks.
I liked it. The whole clause.
I like season 2, and there were some moments in season 3 that are questionable, but overall, I did still enjoy that season.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty sick. The whole clause in the commune and all that was the cult. It was amazing to me. I love that. So yeah, if you guys know this one, just 3 quick little questions. You know these, put it in the comment section. If you're watching later, put it in the comments down below. When Luther punched the cleanse monster, where did his hand get stuck?
In his butt.
In the monster's ass.
Butt stuff.
Absolutely correct. He's like, a little help here? A little help. Oh. What's the last word clause says not only in the episode, but in the series?
Goodbye.
Absolutely correct, John. Absolutely correct, Jake.
What's the last thing Klaus says? Yeah, I totally don't remember.
Moved it up. Absolutely. Maybe that might have been worse. So it might have gone deeper, not ever gotten that out.
Right. He might have slipped all the way in. Don't do that.
What is the last word Klaus says not only in this episode, but in this series? Anybody know that one? You said hello, goodbye. That is incorrect. Anybody knows? Put that in the comment section. Watching later, put in the comment section down below. And last but not least, what was the date that got changed back to normal?
October 6th?
That is incorrect.
Or was it August 6th? I don't know. Chat room, help us out.
Anybody remember?
I know whatever the date was, it was the date that Ben died.
Feel it. Absolutely. I think I
August 8th. Is that
there
it?
you go. Absolutely. The 12th hour.
I was 2 days off.
Absolutely. What year? You know that one, Jake? What was the year?
He said 2024.
Everybody nailed it. Well done. Well done. Well done. Absolutely crushed it. Going out on a bang. He said 2008. Yep, 2024 is absolutely correct. So that is going to do it for us. We are wrapped up with this one. And say la vie and rest in peace to the Umbrella Academy. Oh, Phantom, you ever make it back? He might have had to get ready and bounce.
Yeah, he's unmuted.
Oh, are you there, Phantom? Yeah, I think
maybe not.
I think he's probably getting ready for work. We had to run this one a little bit late. I had a little bit of late start, but that's on me. So yeah, that's going to do it. Like I said, we are going to be back up and running with the Only Murders in the Building, one of my favorite series. I just love. I mean, you want to talk about fun and quirky. That is where it's at, and I'm here for it.
It's going to be absolutely awesome. Don't forget, swing by my channel tomorrow. Me, Meeks, and Sphinx will also be wrapping the Umbrella Academy, and then Monday, we're going to start Interview with the Vampire. And then Wednesday, we are going to start Rings of Power Season 2. So come through.
Absolutely. At least they didn't cancel the show like they usually do. Yeah, they might have. Maybe they should have.
Yeah. At least they ended it.
Everybody needed to check. So, yep, come back and hang out with us. Come watch some Only Murders in the Buildings. If you haven't watched that, it is a great show and a whole lot of fun. So we hope to see you on Tuesday when we get started with that one, with episode 1. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Till we see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be easy.
Peace.